for entertainment purposes only. And if you want true legal advice, contact your own lawyer.
Brand name. They have clothing. They also have purses. They have shoes. They have a whole bunch of different types of products.
Okay, so it's the very expensive. It's like Gucci. It's very expensive Prada.
Handbags, shoes, and accessories.
Okay, so in New York, they rent. This is their main flagship store, 720 Fifth Avenue in New York. Okay, they take it's a 12 or 14-story building. They take the bottom 4 floors. Guess what their rent is per year, Cal? These guys know. Guess what the rent is for four-story? It's like 17,000 square feet. Their rent per year and those of you watching Facebook Live or want to tweet us, what is their rent per year for the Prada store?
And it's in Manhattan.
New York.
It's in Manhattan.
I don't know.
Isn't it Upper East Side?
720 Fifth Avenue. I don't know.
I'm going to guess
York.
$5 a foot.
Fifth.
I'm just going to guess $5 a foot.
Give me in dollars per year.
Okay, so that'd be
like $5,000.
$100,000 a month. So I'm guessing $120,000 a year.
$120,000 a year.
It's just a guess. I'm pulling it out of my ear.
Okay,
but,
all right.
Yeah.
Cal, you're off just a touch.
Probably.
$22 million a year.
Dollars?
Wow.
$22 million a year is what they pay in rent for those 4 stories in New York on Fifth Avenue.
That's a lot of handbags.
That's a lot. That tells you why those Pradas are expensive.
Wow.
And so anyway, there's something going on here. So what happens in their lease is as follows. This individual or this company, and a guy by the name of Jeff Sutton owns it, and it's one of his companies, and the other parts of the building or next to that building, they have to do some renovation. So as part of it, they have to put all the scaffolding up, and it affects Prada. So they have a rule. He was going to pay him, I think, $5 million. And if they take the $5 million, you temporarily move the store, and then we're going to do some renovations. And he decides not to. But he keeps the scaffolding up because they have this little tiff going back and forth. This little tiff going back and forth to figure out, why didn't you upgrade the stuff and move the scaffolding? There's an argument about moving the scaffolding that one of the arguments is, according to Sutton or his people, is what? You can't move the scaffolding during the holidays. They don't want the disruption or all this construction going on during the holidays of taking that up and down. And Prada's saying, guess what? What you're doing is affecting our business. And they're trying to renegotiate it possibly down to $19 million a year, which is much better deal than $22 million.
Right, because in their agreement, it was a written contract that said once they started renovating the building that Prada is in, then the landlord would pay them $5 million to move and then post a $25 million line of credit.
Right.
That they potentially could utilize, I think, to build out another location temporarily. And so Prada really wanted this because retail business right now is having hard times.
Right.
And they also don't want their $22 million a year lease to go up, which it would under this agreement go up when they came back in. It wouldn't be just $22 million a year. It would
property,
be
right.
It would be higher. So they're really looking to enforce this. Wow. And they're asking the court for specific performance of the contract. And the contract was actually signed, and then the notice was given by Sutton a year ago. And so, the argument is Prada has reasonably relied on that, and they can't withdraw it now, that it was a one-time thing, and Sutton cannot, once they give notice, cannot withdraw that notice.
I have a dumb landlord question. This is a dumb landlord question.
Okay, dumb landlord question.
If you're making $22 million a blinking year, why are you killing the goose that's laying the golden egg? Leave the building alone. What's the problem?
I would be having a limo pick them up and do whatever they want.
Whatever. Give them breakfast, fly them to Vegas.
I would be like Caesar's Palace helping out their gamblers.
Exactly. Yeah, well, the problem is then they would file a law. You should have known that we were compulsive renters. We should have, you should have known that we had a problem paying too much rent and you preyed upon us.
22.
So why is all this being brought up when we're talking about this? This is what happens sometimes in lawsuits. There's one thing that we want to bring up about this, and it pops up. And what is the issue? Mr. Sutton was served on Christmas Day Eve.
Man.
And people do that. It's funny. They will do that, And there's been times we brought motions if lawyers have tried to do that to us, we let the judge know, hey, it's Thanksgiving, and they're serving us. That's just interesting.
It's
that
bad
happens.
form, isn't it? Just bad form.
Most of the time, unless you really don't like those people and you're really mad, you don't do that. But anyway, Christmas Eve day, they were served by Prada. That is, Jeff Sutton was served by Prada, a lawsuit saying you owe us $5 million and you've damaged the Prada name and our retail outlet there, which is their main retail outlet, and the lawsuits are flying. So that's why we brought it up. That's kind of important. So anyway, interesting.
Unbelievable.
All right, there you go. There's Prada. So you better start buying Prada, those of you who are listening out there, to help them out. They really need it. So I'm not going to tell my daughter. Okay, let's talk about
Go to the website, radiolawtalk.com. That's radiolawtalk.com.